Jim, congratulations, a 1-0 win away from home. You can't ask for much more than that. A place that's hard to come to, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always a difficult place, plus the travel, plus the home support. It was a really tough place to come. I thought we gave ourselves a chance in the first half playing with the wind and sun just to get a foothold in the game, but it was a tough game. The lads have been really, really tight and sore after that because they put a lot into it.
And you also had 1 or 2 issues before the game. No Frank Mulhern, Adam Thomas not 100%, so you had to make some changes.
Yeah, it's been a difficult week. I mean, you do have to do a lot of work behind the scenes, and we obviously want Jake Kirby to go out and get match fit, but you've also got 3 lads missed Monday training with it, and Frank was he didn't come off injured at South Shields, but he felt his calves Monday, Tuesday, and then got a stomach bug Thursday, and he thought the best thing was to stay away from the group. We were touch and go with Adam, and he obviously first time he kicked the ball was in the warm up, but he felt good. But we wanted to not over risk him, which meant that Niall Bell had to work really hard for the whole game, which he's not used to. But I'm delighted for him that he was the match winner.
It's a terrific goal once again, and he's a player who knows where the back of the net is, and the difference between him and their strikers today was that he only needed the 1 chance.
Well, he had another chance second half, which he lifted over, which he did at South Shields. But it's not just the goals. You know, he worked really hard to get us up the pitch, and he tired bad because we left him quite isolated second half, and it was a real tough one for him. But great kid, and I'm delighted for him that he played such a part. But we worked really hard. There was issues in the first half. I was a bit concerned how easy they were getting in behind. They were getting 4 up against our back 4, and the breaking ball was meaning they were getting chances which they shouldn't do. And they did it at South Shields. They got in behind us too easy, South Shields. But I introduced Stotty second half to try and make us a little bit more solid. Perhaps deal with what we expected Ainge to come on with Stitch, and we expect him to throw everything at us. So we were kind of with Keighren on a booking and a warning. We felt that was the start the game, start the second half like that, and I'm pleased it paid off.
Well, Phil Whelan in commentary on Imagine this afternoon was singing your praise in that second half, because you really did tighten it up and made it difficult for them to play today. Tell us about that tactical switch, about going to a back 3.
Well, it wasn't. You know, we say to the lads, it's not a back 3. I mean, really, what you should have in a back 4 is that you should all be tucked round, and the full back should be the 3rd central defender. But when a game gets stretched, I thought Jordan's in there to sort of deal with Sires, who we expected to play in midfield and join the attack at times, and be a physical outlet for them as well. And but I just thought we struggled a little bit with dealing with him when he pushed up. So we went to fight. We put Stotty in, and he was already in place. To ask Elliot to play narrower. Sam could play as a 7 or a 2 depending on the circumstances of the game. Sam still got forward and gave us an outlet on the right, but if we needed him he was narrow. But the most important thing is that when they came down the right, Stotty was there, Ash and Dan were quite tight, dealt with the first ball, dealt with the second one, and Sam Walker and Elliot played very disciplined role second half to make sure that we picked up that second ball, and that integrity was crucial to us getting something out of the game.
It's 3 now without defeat. Do you feel there's a little bit of momentum happening now? You're starting to go places?
No, because they could have easily scored in the first half. I mean, and they're going through a tough time, which I feel really for Righty, because he's a good manager and he's got a good squad of players, and he's just going to have to go back to what we did. You know, with our results, we looked at him. We thought we're going to have to be patient with the younger players. We're going to have to work them really hard. We have to change the way we train to stimulate improvements. We have to keep making sure that we're organised, work really hard on the set plays, and just work really hard and do most things right, and the results turn for you. And that's what's been that professionalism has got us through these 2 weeks. But momentum, I don't know. I always felt that this was going to be a month where if we got going, that we could, we by working hard and playing with quality, that we'd get results. And I think, you know, thanks to the board, because it allowed me to bring Elliot in, and Jamie in, gives us some full-time players with a touch of quality that galvanises the defence, the midfield, and allows other players who need game time to go out and play. So you know, them improvements and the work on the training grounds paying off, and it's not you know, football's not a difficult game. You have to keep working hard and do more things right than wrong. And but you know, I'm really pleased for the players, because again, a second long trip in a week, and they've come here and they've worked really hard and got, again, a really good result. And I'm delighted for the fans who've come on another long trip. It's not always as nice weather-wise here, but they'll be going home really happy, and hopefully all the fans at home are really happy with the result, because, you know, despite last week's result and the draw, we are judged on where we are in the league, and it was important that we started making moves towards where we want to be.
Well, you are at home next week, Corby Town. Have you had a scout watching them today? Are you able to get some information about them at all? Because I must admit, I found it fairly difficult this last week.
Yeah, no, it's been difficult. I've already had a little look at that. You know, I concentrate on Darlington, you know, spend a lot of time in the office and at home watching the videos and rewinding them and stopping them and pausing and look at what they do. It was difficult to anticipate what they would do. I thought they might play the 4-3-3 with Sayers becoming the fourth attacker. But Corby, it's difficult for us because we normally get, as you know, you guys know, you have to provide the footage of the game to the league, and then the league give us. So we've already got the Hereford stuff on its way, but we sent somebody. The chief scout went to Corby to have a look at him, and we're ringing around the managers that have played him. So we'll be, you know, we have to do everything professional, whether it's Corby or Colchester or Chelsea, whatever game we have in the FA Cup, we have to do things really right, and because Corby will make it difficult. Peterborough Sports went to Boston, and Peterborough Sports are below Corby in the league at the moment, and Peterborough went to Boston and beat them, and Boston beat us. So on the day they'll be wanting to make it difficult for us, but you know, it's nice to look forward to that game now, and 2 home games, and hopefully you know, it's a bit, it reminds me of 2 years ago when we played Salford at home in the league, and Salford at home, and it was a massive 2 games where it could define, we start looking like it's going to be a successful season. So you know, we'll pick up the pieces on Monday, work really hard Monday, Tuesday and Thursday, and hopefully we see them improvements again on Saturday, and looking forward to being back at Edgy Park.
It's a great win and a clean sheet, well done.
Thanks so much.